made of rubber, lots of fun in the wet, easy to slip in and out of, and suitable for almost every occasion. The missus can wear it, you can wear it, but no, it's not a thong or a condom. It's the modern rib, otherwise known as a rigid hull inflatable boat, like the one sitting behind me. Now, we've been aboard a few Highfields in the past, but for the next couple of days, we're on the 460 patrol. The guys at Highfield reckon this is the ultimate camera boat for the captain's crew. Little do they know, we actually don't have any boats to film this week, and well, the kingfish are on. So we're pulling a sickie and going for a fish. We're also super keen to see how this little pocket rocket goes offshore and to finally answer the question, can ribs catch fish? Before we head out though, here's a basic rundown on the boat. Now, pardon the pun, but these inflatable style boats have been blowing up at the moment. With ribs, you get the best of both worlds. The deep V hull with beefy chines offer a super soft ride, while the inflatable tubes keep everything extremely stable when underway or at rest. They're also amazingly dry, as those big tubes do a killer job of deflecting spray away. For these reasons, they've been extremely popular amongst commercial operators like fisheries and police. They're also pretty much one giant fender, so you're not going to damage other boats when coming alongside. This means they're great tenders and even better day boats for sessions with mates or the family. Now, speaking of airbags, these tubes are made from Orca Hypalon, which is extremely durable and has a massive lifespan. It's also particularly good at withstanding UV, which is handy because this boat lives on the water. For added protection, the guys at Highfield have also added tube wear patches in the spots that attract the most foot traffic. The 460 Patrol has a 4mm alloy hull with 6 and 10mm stringers. Underfoot, it's extremely solid and the welds are tip-top. Up towards the bow, there's a mini casting platform / step that houses the fuel filler and fuel lines down to the 40-litre fuel tank. Although it's a shame it wasn't a little bit bigger, so the anchor could be stored underneath there too. Moving aft, there's a sweet little console that's integrated into the jockey seat. A lot of people laugh when they see us coming all saddled up on the jockey seat, but it's actually amazing for throwing this boat into aggressive turns. You just grip with your legs and rip it full lock, even at wide open throttle, no worries. It's just like riding a horse. Yeah. Underneath the seat, there's stacks of room for your battery, safety gear, and a small tackle box. I've also mounted a couple of clamp-on rod holders onto the grab rail of the console and onto the back of the seat rest, and they've been working wonders. Although we'd still love to have someone come up with a better rod holder solution for ribs in general. On the console itself, we've got a sweet little carbon fibre dash, a bracket-mounted Simrad Go 9 with a 3-in-1 transducer and a Clarion CMM20 head deck connected to two 6.5-inch speakers. By today's standards, it's a humble electronics package, but for what we're doing in this boat, it's more than enough. The Go 9 is a bloody great piece of kit. It's got amazing definition and it's just like using your iPhone. Also on the console, you'll find the Yamaha CL5 gauge, which gives us a digital readout of all the engine data from the F70. Aft, we've optioned her with a rear tow post, which is perfect for a bit of water skiing or towing broken down Haynes Hunter 243s. Underneath that, you'll find the before mentioned Yami, which couldn't be a more perfect pairing for this boat. For a fairly small 4-stroke, the whole shot with this rig is amazing. We're actually planing in under 5 seconds and at 35 knots in under 10 seconds. Amazing, considering it's only a 1-litre 4-cylinder engine. The F70 is also one of the best in class when it comes to weight to horsepower ratio at a minuscule 119 kilos. That's the reason why these outboards have been fan favourites for years. In terms of fuel figures, we're only burning 11.5 litres per hour while travelling at 22 knots. Bloody good. All right, so we made it offshore on our sick day, and man, that run out was actually incredible. Now this thing's got a 20-degree dead rise, and I think it's that dead rise mixed with the big footprint of the tubes, which make this thing absolutely awesome at sea. I don't think we got a single drop of water on us once the whole way out. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Trav's probably never gonna talk to me again, but this was surprisingly more sure-footed than the 445 nub tub, just because you've got this big stable airbags, and every time you come off a wave on a funny angle, everything just levels out nice and flat. So there are actually 5 separate air chambers that make up the ring on this thing. So even if a great white shark has a nibble on the side of the boat, you're still gonna make it home safely. That does come at a cost though, and these tubes take up so much valuable real estate in the boat. Although it's got a 2.11 meter beam, the internal beam is only 1.05, so you don't have a huge amount of room to move around in. The freeboard on this thing is also super low, and offshore that does take a little bit of getting used to, but that's the trade-off with ribs, and I'm loving life at the moment. Fishing wise, it's been a little bit challenging without a live bait tank, but you could certainly get this thing humming with an aftermarket setup. So we're running a fairly interesting rod holder setup on this boat. On the ribs, you do have to get creative, and got a couple of just relax and clamp on holders onto the back of the backrest here. And in them, we've got relax rod riggers, which are like super solid. It was a little bit unnerving when we first set these up, but it's humming now. And in this one, we've got a Stella 4000, and that's just got a small dead squid on it. And on the big dog 8000 Stella, we've got a live yakka. So fingers crossed. I absolutely love the fact that Highfields come standard with the EVA flooring. It makes such a huge difference to the fatigue you feel at the end of the day, the dampening of the sound of the alloy hull, and the fact that it doesn't get too hot in direct sun, especially considering we've gone for the all black option. We're pretty much a fishing SWAT team in this thing, and the kingfish are never gonna see us coming. The fuel efficiency is insane. I just looked down at the graph then. So this morning we've run out from Pittwater, about 10-minute run out to West Head, collected all live baits, run out here offshore Sydney, about another 20 minutes. And we've been trawling for about 2 hours now, caught a few fish, and we've used less than 5 litres of fuel. That is incredible. If we're on the Black Watch, we would have chewed through 120 litres by now. This little Yummy F70 is insane. All right, so we're back inside the heads now. We had an awesome little session out there, but nor'easter's about 20 knots now. And we're gonna pull some crab pots. It's a cracker of a day, so maybe have an arvo dip, maybe even sneak a beer in. One thing we've really found today is just the versatility of this 460 Patrol, and I think that goes for all ribs in general. You can do so many different things with them, whether have them as work boats, as a camera boat like this one. You can fish out of them, dive out of them, spear out of them. They're also really good for towing around biscuits, and they're also awesome tenders because of these big soft sides. Now this boat comes with a couple of lifting points as standard, so might be needing to get a davit lift for the Black Watch 26. Another cool feature of the 460 Patrol is the keel guard. So we can actually bring this thing up on the beach and unload our 8 passengers. Yep, you heard that right. This thing can carry 9 people, including the driver. So we've got blue swimmer crabs to clean, snapper to fillet, and beers to drink. It's a pretty good sick day, I think.